Now, it was a big weekend for British boxing. Amir Khan is on his way home from Las Vegas following his world title defeat. But also on Saturday night, David Haye came out of retirement to beat Derek Chisora, what ended up being a surprisingly good-natured fight, if there is such a thing, at Upton Park. That's despite the build-up starting with a news conference brawl in Munich earlier in the year. David Haye joins us now live from the studio in London. So you came out of retirement for this fight. Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was. You know, when I walked out there onto Upton Park, you know, the 30-odd thousand fans that paid hard-earned money to come and see me back. You know, it felt amazing. It really did. You know, the people watching it on Box Nation were thrilled because we both went at it. You know, we both disliked each other immensely before this contest, and when the first bell rang, you could clearly see that because we both locked horns like two animals in there. But we stayed within the rules. There's no rules infringed. We did it how we should have done it from the start. And the fans got a great fight. I knocked Derek Chisora out in the 5th round. I was very happy. You know, everyone in the arena was happy. Everyone watching it around the world was happy. You know, it's got screened in 60 countries, and everyone was happy. So what started out as a very negative thing for British boxing turned out to be, you know, a fantastic event.
How did things turn around? Because people watching at the end of that fight would notice that the two of you were getting on like a house on fire. Yeah,
when you're two warriors, when you're two guys out there who have spent your whole life, every fibre of our being is fighting. We're fighting animals, and when we go in there and we put it on the line, and when we do it properly, when there's rules, you know, the Queensberry rules, when we're in there and we do it right, and there's a clear winner, you know, there's nothing for Derek Chisora to say. You know, because he's been outmanned, he's been beaten at his own game. You know, I didn't run away from him. I stood there and had a fight with him, and that's what he wanted. He wanted to try to prove himself. He fell short on the night, and you know, he had nothing but respect. And likewise, you know, I've been in there with some of the best fighters on the planet. You know, amateur and professional, and at cruiserweight. And I'd say he's one of the best. He's one of the best at this. So the respect I didn't have before the fight, I've definitely gained after actually being in there and experiencing it with him.
Talk about some of the best fighters in the world. Well, Vitaly Klitschko's manager has said you've turned down the chance to fight him twice already. Do you want a third attempt?
I haven't actually turned down a fight twice. You know, this is something that these guys try to put out there. You know, if you actually look back at what his manager Bernd Bunter said, he said David Haye and Derek Chisora fight, and Vitaly fights the winner. So I made the fight with Derek Chisora, and then he makes another public statement saying David's avoiding Klitschko because he wants to fight Derek Chisora instead, you know, even though he's the one who suggested the fight. But, you know, I can only do what I do. I went out there, I gave the fans a great fight. If a fight with Vitaly Klitschko happens down the line, fantastic. If it doesn't, you know, I've been the undisputed cruiserweight champion. I've been the heavyweight champion of the world. You know, I've achieved, you know, more than I anticipated I would do as a youngster. So I'm happy with what I've done in the ring, and it's nice to finish on such a high. You know, because after I retired last time out a year ago, after I lost to Vladimir Klitschko, you know, it left a little bit of taste in my mouth. But this time round, after fighting in London in front of, you know, 30,000 of my fans, it really did put a smile on my face. And if that was my last fight, it's a fight that I'm very, very proud of and very happy of.
David Haye, you sound like a man who's retiring again.
You know, as you said, you know, Vitaly Klitschko's manager has come out publicly last night, pretty much shooing a fight with myself and Vitaly Klitschko in favour of fighting some other guy that nobody had ever heard of. So I understand that Vitaly is getting on in age, and he's got a political career to go into after he retires from boxing. He's 41, you know, I'm 31. So, you know, time's on my side. So the longer it is, the more in favour of me the fight goes. You know, Vitaly Klitschko had a chance to knock out Derek Chisora and went the distance in a close fight. I knocked out the same opponent a few months later, so that shows the different level, the level between us. And I'd like the opportunity to get in there and win Vitaly's title, but if he doesn't want to fight me, I understand that. I'm a dangerous guy. You know, I'm one of the hardest, if not the hardest punching pound for pound boxer on the planet. And if he doesn't want to fight me, just say it. Just say I don't want to fight you, David. I'm getting old. Or say let's do it next year. You know, but I'm good. You know, I'm healthy. I feel strong. You know, I'm just glad that I got out there and gave. They say there's an old cliche in boxing. They say you're only as good as your last fight. Well, up until Saturday night, it was a points defeat to Vladimir Klitschko. Now it's a 5th round knockout victory in London. You know, in front of 30-odd thousand, you know, rabid fans going crazy in the rain. It was an amazing night, and I'm really proud to be a part of it.
David Haye, thank you very much indeed. There he said it himself, dangerous man.
He's back, isn't he? He's back. He's talking the talk now. Yeah, he's back. All right.
Only as good as your last fight.
Yeah, well,
Same
he was good
in
there.
lots of
Only
areas
chat.
of life. Yeah.
Sally, thanks. 8:44.